I gotta hit this one more time, man. The album is out. Y'all go check out the album, man. Streaming on all platforms and all that type of stuff. Dude, this is my favorite, man. And everybody keep asking for it. He said, I thought you was gonna play the song. So without any further ado, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Check this joint out right here. This is Uncle Mike's favorite right here. This is my favorite, y'all.
323 to 584. D5, let us know you'll be out on that.
I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house and he can't make bail. Neighbors scared stiff, won't retrieve they ball. If it bounce over Diddy gate, they don't call. Ain't no doorbell ringing, ain't no fence climbing. They say the devil dance quiet when the stars are lining. Talk in the street about basements with screams, where the silence too loud and the truth still bleed. Lawyer walks off, said the case too thick. Even his mama on IV drip, sick, trying to detox demon while praying on lies. But you can't cleanse blood when it drips from the sky.
Lawyers will argue today that Sean Combs deserves some special treatment. They're hoping to get him out from behind bars as quickly as possible. This morning, the case against Sean Combs returns to court following the split verdict.
I can't believe I saw the twins in the pews, eyes wide shut, trying to dodge daddy's snooze. Courtroom silence when they walking slow. I felt the shame hit the floor like a soul on the go. They say he comfy now, sheets folded neat. Other inmates doing favors just to eat. He's still moving like a mobile with a plan, but God don't blink, the karma hits like a fan. Cases dropping daily, names ain't redacted. One brave soul said, nah, I ain't asking. I'm not anonymous, I'm proud with the pen. Said you're gonna remember this truth again and again.
We are just getting started. We're going to win, and we're not going to stop until he walks out of prison, a free man to his family. The defense argues there are exceptional circumstances.
I can't believe Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy. Face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy. Face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe.
I can't believe that this dude is locked up, man. I was a Bad Boy fan, dog. Because of Bad Boy and the music, man, and hip hop, I learned how to rap. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. I've been drinking milkshake. Dude, all the equipment I have, all the stuff that I do, I was trying my best to be a part of Bad Boy Entertainment. If they was anywhere close to town, I was there. I was a Puffy fan. Howard University, hello. I live right down the street from Howard University. I was on the sound. I was one of the sound technicians. I couldn't sleep when I knew I was getting ready to do some music close to Bad Boy and going to New York. I think I went to New York and went to Bad Boy, Daddy's house and all these record labels at least 3 to 4 times a year. Uncle Mike was there. Tanya Blunt, Stacy Lattisaw, all these people was affiliated with Puffy. My guy, Faith Evans, Chucky Thompson, rest in peace. My guy. I can't even name everybody that I had did some dealings with. Making of the band, it was a real band, young. Y'all don't get this? My God, this stuff is close to Uncle Mike, man. I went all out, man. I lost jobs over music. I can't believe this man is in jail. I can't believe it, man. So y'all go check out the album and everything. I got 3 songs on there about Diddy. I got 3 songs. I got one about the kids. Apple don't fall too far away from the tree. Man, y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, man. Check this out, man. Trump's ordered courts to give Diddy maximum sentence after this happened. Diddy is going away for life. Y'all know some of these titles, man. I'm just gonna go like that. Let's just check this out, man. This is all entertainment and all that type of stuff, but I cannot believe that this man, I mean, every step of the way, I'm sorry, y'all, to keep going over this. Every step of the way, what happened was, what had happened was, Puffy don't make beats. He got all these people making beats. Okay, we forgive him. He don't write the lyrics. He ain't rapping. Okay, I forgive him. What the hell? What do? You putting everything together, you getting all the deals and all this type of stuff. Then I found out he taking everybody publishing. Tanya Blunt, a close friend of mine, goes up to New York. She come back a different person. I was ready to fight then. We had to go up to Bad Boy Entertainment to get our paycheck. I don't know what happened. By the time we got up there, they done changed their mind and just gave us the check. Come on, man. Come on, man. This stuff is, man, y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, man. Let's get into this video, man. Peace out, man. Let's check it out.
President Donald J. Trump is coming for Diddy, and this time he's making sure that there's no escape. After a jaw-dropping new twist in Diddy's already explosive legal nightmare, Trump is allegedly urging the court to throw the book at him and hand down the maximum sentence possible, the kind of sentence that could lock Diddy away for life. Now, sources close to the situation claim Trump's move isn't just about punishing Diddy, it's about sending a loud public message after what just went down behind closed doors between Trump and Diddy. And y'all, it looks like things are already in motion, because what Judge Aaron just told Diddy and his lawyers will leave you shook. And now Diddy's lawyers are in full panic mode over this scandal, and their next move is going to be insane. But let's get into this mess. Well, Donald J. Trump just took a public sledgehammer to Diddy's already crumbling legal battle, and the way that he did it has everybody talking. After nearly 2 whole years of explosive lawsuits, disturbing allegations, and non-stop headlines, Trump is now allegedly making it very crystal clear he is not here to save Diddy. Y'all can forget about them whispers in the streets about a presidential pardon, because Trump shut that down in the most brutal way possible. In fact, not only did he dismiss the idea entirely, he went out of his way to let everybody know that whatever friendship they once had is long gone. And the reason behind the shift, well, let's just say it's not as simple as a political stance. What Trump revealed next is where things get messy, because it flips the narrative of their history on its head, and might just explain why he's now pushing for the maximum sentence Diddy could possibly face. And when you hear what he said, you'll understand why this could be the final nail in Diddy's coffin. But what really pushed Trump over the edge was finding out that Diddy didn't have his back during last year's election, not only refusing to support him, but allegedly talking down on him behind the scenes. According to insiders, Trump took that as a personal betrayal, especially given their once friendly history, and that's when any remaining loyalty between them completely snapped. Listen to what he said.
On Diddy Combs,
Right.
would you consider pardoning him?
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know what they do. He's still in jail or something. But he was celebrating a victory, but he seems, I guess it wasn't as good as a victory. Probably, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great. And seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
And it's hard, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements. So I don't know, it's more difficult. It makes it more, I'm being honest, it makes it more difficult to do.
But more likely a no for Combs, it sounds like.
So.
Well, to be fair, Diddy never exactly hid the fact that he wasn't a fan of Trump, because back in 2017, he flat out said in an interview, "I think that, to be honest, we don't really give a F about Trump, because black people are in the same effed up position, so that's not what we on. The tomfoolery that's going on in DC, that's just regular everyday business to black folks, that's not surprising." And he didn't stop there. In 2020, during an interview with Charlamagne the God, Diddy doubled down and made it very clear where he stood, saying that the #1 priority should be getting Trump out of office.
#1 priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man.
Yeah, well, that definitely aged like milk, because not only is Trump refusing to give Diddy a presidential pardon, but word in the streets is that he's gone a step further, allegedly ordering the presiding judge in the case, Judge Aaron, to hit Diddy with the maximum sentence possible for charges he's already been found guilty of. Well, for context, those charges are no joke. Diddy was convicted on 2 counts of violating the Mann Act, a federal law that makes it illegal to transport anyone across state lines for unlawful sexual activity. And each count carries up to 10 years behind bars, which means that Diddy is now staring down the possibility of spending the next 20 years in prison. And here's the twist. Before Trump got involved, legal experts were predicting a much lighter outcome, because Diddy is a first-time offender and has already been locked up for a significant amount of time. Many believed he'd walk away with probation or time served, avoiding any more years behind bars. But with Trump allegedly pushing for the harshest punishment possible, well, that prediction might have just gone up into flames. But now that the president is reportedly pushing for the maximum sentence, let's just say that Diddy is in serious trouble. And it seems his legal team knows it too, because according to reports, they've been working overtime to secure a presidential pardon for him. The problem is the public isn't exactly on their side. In fact, a petition urging Trump not to forgive Diddy had already racked up more than 11,000 signatures. And here's where things get even worse for Diddy. It appears Judge Aaron is taking Trump's comments to heart, because he's been noticeably stricter in his handling of the case. Just a couple of days ago, Diddy's lawyers filed their 5th request for bail, and for the first time in months, there was a real hope that he might be released after nearly a year behind bars. However, the judge denied the bail application again, ordering Diddy to remain behind bars until sentencing. But even after Diddy offered a staggering $50 million bond secured by his Miami mansion, Judge Aaron wasn't swayed. According to reports, he wrote that the court must find by clear and convincing evidence that the person is not likely to flee or pose a danger to the safety of any other person on the community if released, and concluded that Diddy posed both a flight risk and a danger. In the last-ditch effort, Diddy's lawyers also filed a motion against the judge to either throw out the guilty verdicts or grant him a new trial. In their filing, they argued, "To our knowledge, Mr. Combs is the only person ever convicted of violating the statute for conduct anything like this. It is undisputed that he had no commercial motive, that all involved were adults." The men chose to travel and engage in the activity voluntarily. The verdict confirms the women were not vulnerable or exploited or trafficked in as aid. However, the judge hasn't ruled on this yet, and according to people close to the case, it's highly unlikely he's going to throw it out, especially now that the president is openly urging him to be tough on Diddy. Well, the wild part is that just a few weeks ago, Diddy and his team were riding high, almost cocky, convinced that a presidential pardon was practically in the bag. They were acting like it was only a matter of time before he walked free. But now that the confidence has completely flipped into desperation, well, see, Diddy has always been around politicians, and even President Trump admitted that they used to have a friendship back in the day. But let's not act like this whole presidential pardon report came out of the nowhere, because Diddy and Trump go way back. We're talking long before Bad Boy Records, before scandals, back when Diddy was still Puff Daddy, and both of them were moving in the same flashy, high-profile circles. But if you need proof that they were once tight, I've got it. I'm about to show you a clip where Trump himself says he would always stick up for Diddy, no matter what. Take a look at this.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
He expects.
Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh, wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
I think he's a good guy. I'm gonna stick up for him. Well, that's what really made fans start side-eyeing the whole situation. When President Trump was asked about Diddy's legal mess while the trial was still going, he didn't shut that question down at all. Instead, he dropped a low-key hint that a pardon might actually be on the table. Yes, y'all, he really said it. Listen to this clip for yourself.
You mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well.
It definitely gave it. There was a little glimmer.
Oh my God. And this is what y'all took and ran with. Y'all thought that he's the president of the United States, y'all. And y'all really thought that he was going to do a pardon? Why would he do a pardon? Why would he? Because he know him. Because he's all the reasons you think he should be doing a pardon for this man. Is every reason why he's not going to do the pardon, because you can't pardon your friends as the president. You can't do it. It's just not. It's because I like him and I'm going to help him out. Knowing good and well he did something against society. You was found guilty and you're going to go against the court system? Come on, guy. Come on, guys. Y'all gotta. We don't have no thinkers in the world. Oh my God, here we go.
Other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well.
It definitely gave it there was a little glimmer of hope. And at the time, rumors were flying that Diddy's legal team was working overtime behind the scenes to give that ass that Trump was talking about. We're talking quiet meetings, big money moves, and maybe even political donations. Allegedly, they were pulling every string possible to make sure that that pardon came through without a single question asked. And according to a court insider, that so-called pardon spree a couple of months ago was allegedly just a smokescreen, and the real target all along was Diddy. But the insider claims the president knew that pardoning Diddy outright would send the internet into an absolute chaos. So instead, the strategy was roll out a few other celebrity pardons first, just to warm up the public and then make it look like business as usual before sliding Diddy's name into the mix. And y'all can agree that the timing is definitely suspicious, right? In fact, just these past few months, the president has already pardoned NBA YoungBoy for his weapons charges, plus reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley after their fraud and tax evasion convictions. Oh, and let's not forget the blanket pardon for the January 6 rioters. Yeah, that was a setup. But here's where it gets wild, because word in the streets was that this pardon wasn't exactly coming for free. According to the insider, there had been a dirty little deal playing out behind the scenes. The feds had allegedly offered Diddy a way out if he handed over dirt on their major players, and that would make his problems disappear. And apparently Diddy didn't hold back. The insider claimed that he had been naming names, and Oprah, Gayle, King, Ellen, even big figures in politics, all allegedly a part of this cooperation with the feds. But here's where the real kicker was. The insider said this hadn't just been out of shaving off years or dodging charges. Diddy had been gunning for something much bigger, a full-blown presidential pardon. And how had he been planning to get it? Well, allegedly he had gotten his hands on some scandalous dirt about Trump himself, and he hadn't been afraid to use it. Now look, we don't know exactly what kind of dirt Diddy was sitting on or if he had the receipts to back up all that snitch talk, but the streets were saying that he was legit, and allegedly it was tied to one name that keeps Hollywood shaking: Epstein's list. Yeah, y'all, this is where things got wild, because earlier this month, Elon Musk shook the entire internet when he basically outed Trump, claiming he was on Epstein's infamous list, the one that's been missing for years. Well, Elon didn't sugarcoat it either. He straight up tweeted, "Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald J. Trump is on the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump." But of course, he deleted that tweet hours later. But come on, y'all know the internet never forgets. However, Trump denied the allegation, saying, "That's called old news. That's been old news. They have been talked about for years. Even Epstein's lawyer said I had nothing to do with it. It's old news. It's old news. This has been talked about for years and years, and as you know, I was not friendly with Epstein for probably 18 years before he died. I was not at all friendly with him." Well, if Diddy had been trying to blackmail Trump, it clearly backfired on him big time. But the wild part was that if he had just kept his mouth shut, then he might have actually stood a better chance of getting that pardon. But now that the judge has reportedly been under presidential orders to hand down that maximum sentence, let's just say he'd better get real comfortable with the prison, because it was looking like prison would be his home for a long, long time. Well, Diddy's empire is crumbling in real time, and the pardon dream is dead, and the judge is locked in on the harshest punishment, and the walls are closing in fast. What was supposed to be this big play for freedom is blown up spectacularly, and now instead of walking out like a free man, he's staring down the reality of spending the rest of his life behind bars. If nothing changes, this won't be remembered as just another celebrity scandal. It will go down as the moment Diddy's story ended in a prison jumpsuit.
I know one thing, man. I don't know what. I can see Trump pardoning everybody who got locked up at the Capitol situation. I can see him pardoning people. I don't know why, but I don't understand the connection of Diddy other than them being friends, which is the worst reason to give somebody a pardon, because it's your friends. But I keep telling people, man, Diddy is going to do some serious time, man. I don't know why these people think that free Diddy. I be seeing it all in the comments and all this stuff. I think Diddy got a whole, at least another 5 years of talking about Diddy. Solid, I mean, really talking about Diddy for 5 years. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I see y'all in the comments, baby. Uncle Mike love them comments. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.